everybody, and welcome to this week's Pack and Prep video. I'm Olivia, and if you have never been over on our channel before, this is Soaring Around WDW. We do have a weekly podcast with new episodes that come out every Wednesday, and then we've been doing more of these vlog style videos too, so I hope that you've been enjoying them. Today we are going to talk about our upcoming Walt Disney World vacation. So this is the Pack and Prep video for that trip. We are going to be heading down to Orlando for my oldest daughter, Eileen's 7th birthday, which is so hard to believe. We went last year, her and I, on a mom and daughter, just the two of us, trip for her 6th birthday. And it was a surprise. I did tell her about a week or so before and gave her a little bit of a heads up because she is definitely a schedule-driven child, but this year, we decided that we were going to surprise her when we got in the car to go to the airport, mostly because she asked to do a trip for her birthday instead of doing a birthday party or something of that nature here with her friends. She had so much fun last year, and little sister, who is 3, almost 4, last year was 2, almost 3. Last year, she was a little bit young to know like where we were or feel left out or anything, so I felt okay about leaving her here with Dad, but this year she definitely would know. So she is coming along as well as Dad, and we're going to be doing some different days with different family members throughout our trip. So we are very excited. If you are new here or you don't know much about us or our family, we grew up in Florida. I was born in Michigan and grew up in Sarasota, Florida, about an hour and a half away from Orlando. And so all of our family is still down in the Florida area for the most part. We do have a few family members spread throughout, but our parents, our siblings, they all live in Florida, which is great because then when we go back to visit, they oftentimes will join us at the park. Some of our family members are annual pass holders. Some of them are not at this point anymore, but we are going to be doing different days with different parts of our family. So I'm very excited about that. We also will be staying for 4 nights over at the Art of Animation Resort. And that is a resort that we have never stayed at before. Last year, Eileen and I stayed at Pop Century, and that obviously is right next door to Art of Animation. So we walked over there, we checked it out, we explored, and we were deciding between 3 different resorts for this trip. We really wanted to be on the Skyliner, which is one of my favorite things, but we also really wanted to make sure we were intentional about where our kids are at in their ages and their interests. And this is maybe not the last time, but is one of the last times that I feel like my oldest is really going to care about larger than life characters. And she's very into Ariel right now. So is my youngest, conveniently. So we just thought, all right, this is the time to do a Little Mermaid suite. The other resorts that we were considering for this trip were to go back to Pop, just because she loved it so much. We know it's a good one. It's a good price. Or to try the Caribbean Beach Resort. The reason that we didn't end up going with Caribbean Beach is because it is a really cool resort. It's very large. It has a really awesome pool, and that was a big draw. But in March, the early March especially, it can be a toss-up of how the weather is. It can be really nice and great pool weather, or it can be a little chilly. And so we didn't want to pay for a resort where the main draw for us was having that pool there and then not really even be able to use it. So I'm planning to use that and stay there at a future time when we know the weather is more likely going to be pool ready. Luckily for us, speaking of the weather for our trip as of today, now again, we're 5 days out from leaving, so this still could change a little bit, but as of today, it looks like it's going to be in the 80s as the high, or like high 70s, and the lows in the 60s, which is perfect weather. So I'm very grateful for that. And so that means that we probably will have pool time. As of right now, there's a little bit of rain forecasted on the Thursday, which is our resort day, which I'll get into. And then a little bit of rain forecasted on the Sunday, which is our departure day, that we're also going to be going to a park. So we have to kind of keep an eye on that. But in Florida, it can rain anytime. It can rain for 20 minutes, or it can rain for an hour. It can downpour, or it can drizzle. It really depends on where the wind is blowing and how Florida feels that day. So we know that as people who lived in Florida. So we just go prepared no matter what. Almost always bring our rain gear, because if you pack the rain gear, more than likely it won't rain. So we decided to go ahead and obviously just bring all of that along with us: raincoats, umbrellas, and our stroller rain cover, which we will talk about. But first, I wanted to kind of get into what we're doing each day, and I will tell you all that along with showing you my outfit for the day and the girls' outfits for the day. And then in a little bit, I will do a try on with you guys so you can see how the outfits look and kind of what I'm planning for each day. And then I'm not going to actually physically pack the suitcases today, mostly because we still have a few things in the laundry that we need to kind of put in there. And this trip traveling with our kids, there are a lot more last minute things that our kids use and need that will need to go into the suitcases. So I'm not going to actually like zip the suitcases shut today, but I do at least want to get mine and Maddie's stuff kind of laid out and make sure that we have everything situated. So I know if we're on track with our suitcases, or if we're like, ooh, we're running out of room, we need to kind of cut back on some items. So y'all will be doing that here with me live. I kind of have set everything out that I think Maddie and I will want to wear and bring to the parks, and the girls as well. And then, yeah, we might end up having to take some things out, as I did if you watch my first pack and prep video. Once I went to get that suitcase shut, it was very full, and so I had to kind of strategically take a couple of things out. But yeah, that's all part of the process. So let's get started, and I'll talk to you guys about each of the days, and we'll get packing. All right, so starting off with travel day outfits. So we are flying out on Wednesday, March 4th from Raleigh-Durham to Orlando to MCO, and we do have a direct flight. It is later in the evening. So we'll see if this plan works out. I am off that day, so I plan to drop off Eiley and Blake at school, drop off Maddie at school because he does have class that day, and then drop our dog Nike off at my good friend's house who is watching her while we are away, come back home, finish up packing, prepping, loading the car, getting everything situated, and then heading to get Eiley from Carline. Now, I'm going to have to tell her I'm off that day because Nike has a vet appointment, which is not true. But I am going to tell her that because otherwise she'll be like, why are you not in your scrubs? I'm a nurse. Why are you not going to work? Why are you picking me up in Carline on a Wednesday? Because that's not normal routine. So I'm just going to let them know I'm off for the day. So I get to take you guys to school and take Daddy to school and bring Nike to the vet, come pick you up, and we'll go get your sister like we normally do. And yeah, then I'll tell her when she gets in the car. So my plan is to have her come into the car from Carline. I tell her, you know, we're going to go get sister and we're going to go on an airplane to Disney World. Again, she does know we're going. She thinks we're going on Sunday because when my in-laws were here staying with the girls when we were at Disneyland, they told the girls, oh, it's okay. Don't be sad. We'll see you in 2 weeks. And Eiley was like, when? When are we seeing you in 2 weeks? Are you coming back? And they're like, no, at Animal Kingdom. And immediately when they said it, my mother-in-law was like, that was a surprise. But it's okay. So Eiley was like, oh, we are going to Animal Kingdom. And that's what she asked to do for her birthday. So she kind of knew that was probably coming because we haven't planned a party and whatnot, right? Like, I don't think it was like super like spoil. But she does not know where we're staying, what else we're doing, who else is coming. And she does not know when we're leaving officially. So we're going to try to keep it a surprise. So we'll see over these next few days if that happens. But her knowing also allows me to be like, what pajamas do you want to pack? What lovey do you want to bring? What books do you want to bring? So that she can feel involved in the packing too, because that kind of helps her with her personality. So yeah, we'll see if that works out. But so on travel day, our flight is not until about 6 o'clock at night. So I am going to be wearing my favorite Off to Disney Again sweatshirt from Oswald and Sons. I love this sweatshirt. I will link it below. It does run a little big. This is a small. So I wore this on the way to Disney California, in California Disneyland and Disney California Adventure. So yeah, it is one of my favorites. So I'll be wearing that. I'm going to wear just this tan colored tank top underneath. Another one of my favorites, my Main Street Moms Club hat. And this is by TNT Shirts and Apparel. If you use my code SORIN15, SOARIN15, that will save you 15% on this item and all of the other items in their shop. One of my favorites, love that shop, so check it out as well. And then just some black leggings. So that is my travel day outfit. I'm not going to show you guys like every single outfit that like maybe Maddie or the kids are wearing unless they like coordinate, because Maddie isn't as into like the coordinating, matching kind of outfit thing, but we are coordinating like a couple of days. So this is what I'm going to be wearing on travel day. The girls are just going to be wearing their nightgowns, so they'll be in whatever they were in at school. when we get to the airport, I'm going to have them change in the car into their pajamas so that they're ready for bed, and their sweatshirts, and get on the plane that way with a pair of leggings. That way, if they're cold, then they'll be warm. And if they're hot, they can take off those leggings. So that's my plan. I don't have their pajamas packed yet, so I'll add those in again as we get closer in the next couple of days. But that is my travel day outfit. The next day, we are going to be doing something really fun. I am so excited. It is actually going to be our rest/resort/Disney Springs day, whatever people want to call it, rest day, resort day, chill day, non-park day. But this day, we are going to be hanging out at Art of Animation, exploring, letting the girls in the morning when it's too cold to swim play on the playground over there, just seeing all the different statues and everything at the resort. Maddie's never been over there, so I'm really excited for him to see it, and Blake also has not been over there. Then we are planning to take the Skyliner over to the Riviera Resort, which I am very excited about, for our Topolino's Terrace breakfast. And I have really been looking forward to this. We have been wanting to do it for a few years now. Reservations are very hard to come by, but we were able to snag one for this day. And with the help of our awesome travel agent, Katie, at 2+3 Travelers on Instagram, she helped us bump that reservation up from our originally scheduled 11:55 a.m. to 10:55 a.m., which is great because my hope is that will give us some pool time in the afternoon before we head over to Disney Springs for dinner. So for that day, our outfits will be, I am planning to wear this blue maxi dress. Obviously it's very wrinkly right now, with this jean jacket, so this kind of together, and my white canvas shoes that are a little dirty, but that's fine, they will do. So that is what I'm going to wear that day. I do also have this dress as a backup, which I love. It's very comfortable, from Amazon. I will link it in our pack and prep little thing in our Amazon storefront section, so to speak, because it is very comfortable. But I've worn it before, so I don't know. I might wear this to Disney Springs and this other one to Topolino's, or like see how I feel. So those are both going to be coming with me. They both go with the jean jacket and the shoes. So yeah, we'll see which one I end up picking, but I think I'm going to go with the blue because it does go pretty well with what the girls are wearing. So, oh yeah, I do also have this claw clip. It's like a Kish claw clip that is also in our Amazon storefront link. It's very cute, has a little Mickey's on there. So I will probably wear that with that outfit. For the girls, they have these adorable little matching sets. So that is what the little pattern looks like. They have little seahorses and shells and these shorts that came with it. And it's funny, my oldest is about to be 7, but she's tiny. So she wears, this is a 5T. This is a 5T, but it fits her pretty well. It's a little bit tight under the armpits for both girls, but otherwise fits, and the shorts fit perfectly. So we're going to try it for our Topolino's reservation. Topolino's, whatever it's called. And then Blake is going to wear the same thing. They are matching. This is a 2T. She's about to be 4 and she's like busting out of 3s, but I did have her try it on. Same thing, the armpits were a little like but otherwise it's very cute. So we're going to have them try to wear that for our reservation. The other outfit that I have for this day as a backup in case they're like, this is uncomfortable, I don't like it. Eiley loves this dress that I got for her actually when we were in Michigan at a Myers on clearance this past summer. It's very cute, has a cute little open back, and with the jean jacket, she loves to match mom. So if I'm wearing a jean jacket, she probably will want to wear a jean jacket, but most likely she'll end up in this for Disney Springs just so she's like more comfortable, especially when we're walking around more. And then this is Blake's outfit that kind of coordinates. She really does prefer shorts and a shirt over a dress most of the time. So that is kind of what we have for their Disney Springs outfit. So that is what we're going to wear. Maddie is going to wear just these Old Navy shorts and a Ralph Lauren shirt with this over the top. He loves these salmon colored shorts. So that's what he is going to wear to our Topolino's day. And I think it will go together nicely. So yeah, that's the plan for that day. The next day is our Hollywood Studios day. And that day we are going to be meeting up with my dad and stepmom who are joining us driving over from our hometown area. They'll stay the night at a hotel that night and then drive back the next day. But this day, I'm very excited about my outfit. I have my usual black ribbed leggings. I do have this adorable hat from TNT Shirts and Apparel. Again, love them, love their hat options. But this is a Fantasmic Mickey hat. But guys, this is the best part. Look at the back. The back says, "Some imagination, huh?" Isn't that the cutest? I don't know if y'all can see that very well, but it's so cute. Fantasmic, if you're new here, is my favorite show of all time. I love it. I would buy a ticket just to go see Fantasmic. So if you've not ever stayed for Fantasmic, here's your PSA. Take a midday break if your kids are going to be too tired, or stick it out because it is 100% worth it. Love that show. So that is my hat. And then of course, same thing from TNT Shirts and Apparel, my sweatshirt. That is Fantasmic as well. And it says, "Nothing is more powerful than the imagination." Love it. So that is all going to go together. Underneath, I'm going to be wearing my podcast shirt that they made for me too. And my dad has one as well, which is so fun because he's my co-host of the podcast. So we are going to wear those together with the sweatshirt, making this a whole little Fantasmic fit. So love it. I'm going to keep that here. And then the girls, like I said, are very into Ariel. So when we were at Kohl's a few months ago, these were on sale. And I got Blake a 3T because they didn't have a 4. But in a dress, she's usually fine in a 3. Pants these days, she's been needing a 4. She turns 4 in July. But these are the little Ariel dresses with the cute little skirt that is multicolored. And I do have for both of them a pair of pants and a pair of shorts that will go along with it because I'm a little bit worried about, like, in the morning, will they be too chilly in shorts, but then will they be too hot in the afternoon in pants? So I'm going to have both options for them. And then Eiley, I did find her a 6 because yes, she's turning 7, but again, she's tiny. So a 6 is usually fine. And same thing. So they are matching this day. They've got the matching pants and shorts as well. I think Eiley's pants are ribbed and Blake's aren't, but whatever. They're both purple and they will just wear their jelly shoes these days, which they live in. They love them. They both wear them all the time and love to have them in Florida. So these outfits will be going with us for Hollywood Studios. For Maddie, he is going to be just wearing black shorts and his Pizza Planet shirt, which is a staple. He wears this almost every trip. And this trip, it makes the most sense because of Toy Story Land. So he's not doing the Little Mermaid theme with us, which is fine. But he is going to be wearing his Pizza Planet shirt that day. So that is all going to go together. Now, our third day is going to be, or technically, I guess this is day number 4, is going to be over at Epcot. This day, my mom and sister-in-law and her daughter are joining us at the parks. And so we have outfits that I actually bought the girls on clearance in the parks at Epcot 2 years ago. And I'll show them to you. They are these cute little Disney Asha dresses. Now, I know many people might not even know who Asha is. She is from the Disney movie Wish. And my girls are a big fan of that movie. So I bought these. This is actually a 2, but it fits Blake very well. And this for Eiley, I think is a 5'6". Yeah, it's a 5'6". So it also still fits her great. I did make them try them on already last week just to be like, do these still fit you? Do we need to put them in storage? Will these work for the trip? So since Asha is a princess that you can still meet at Epcot, and Eiley and I met her last year, we're going to meet her again in our little Asha fits. So they are very, very cute. Usually at Epcot, we've been doing like a Frozen theme, but we have some stuff with Frozen planned for this upcoming summer. So we're going to wear these Asha dresses in the parks before we can't anymore because this definitely is not going to fit Blake much longer. So that is what the girls are wearing to Epcot. And then what I am wearing to Epcot, let me grab it. I'm super excited about this one. Just black shorts, but I got this shirt from Main Street Tourist, another favorite shop, and it is so cute, isn't it? It's Cosmic Rewind, and I think it's adorable. Sorry, it has some dog hair on it because we have a golden retriever, so I'm going to use the little dog lint roller on it. I've not worn it yet, so this is literally just from it like sitting out with all the other clothes and her walking by with all her fur. But I will lint roll it. Yeah, but I love this shirt. I think it's so cool. It does have these little hints of purple. So with it, I'm going to be wearing my purple knot band, which is from 1953 Designs. I'm also a brand ambassador rep for them. So you can use Soarin' 15 over there as well and get 15% off. They have the cutest knot bands. They have shirts, they have accessories. I'll show y'all another item of theirs that I love in a minute too. But yeah, so this is what I'm wearing. This shimmery, I don't know if you can tell, super shimmery and cute knot band. I wore one of their knot bands at the parks when I was at DCA, and I get headaches from like the mini ears. I still wear them because they're cute, but I do get like that headache and like feeling. And these knot bands from when I have worn them, and I wore the hearts one at DCA for half the day last time, on our last trip, and I did not get a headache at all. It's not super tight on your ears. The bow part on the top is adjustable, so you can kind of put it however you want. But yeah, I think it's like, brings out the little bit of purple in the design. The teal color of this that they had was sold out, but I think the purple is fun, and I actually like purple a lot right now. That's been one of my favorite colors all of a sudden to wear and to buy and to get things in, as you can see from my Fitbit. So yeah, I'm really excited about this outfit. I think it's super cute, and it'll just be with a pair of black Nikes. Same thing the day before, my typical black Nikes, nothing exciting for the shoes. So that is my Epcot day. Maddie on Epcot day is just wearing a Duke t-shirt because Duke plays UNC this day. So he's just wearing an old Duke t-shirt that's like national champions, I think, or like a Duke blue shirt. I'm still trying to find all his stuff. Yeah, so that's what he's wearing that day. So it does not necessarily coordinate with us, but it is his Duke fit for the Duke UNC game. And I do have my Beat Carolina shirt to wear when we get back to the resort that night and watch the game. But yeah, so that is our Epcot day. Now our very last day, which is our departure day, and we're doing a park day. We have never done this before. We always have just left on our departure day and maybe have done like Disney Springs or resort time, but not often. Usually it's like we get up, we eat something, we head to the airport. Well, our flight this night was either going to be 6 a.m. or 9:30 p.m. And I was like, I'm not getting up at 3 a.m. to get to the airport at 4 a.m. for a 6 a.m. flight with two tired little kids from Disney the day before. Plus, it's the time change day. So we'll see how all this goes, but we are going to spend that day with Maddie's family over at Animal Kingdom. And this is what Eiley really wanted to do for her birthday. She asked specifically to go to Animal Kingdom. She is now tall enough for Everest and for Flight of Passage, which both have a height requirement of 44 inches. So now that she is tall enough, she wanted to go back. She's only been to Animal Kingdom once. And so she was like, I really want to go. I've never seen any shows because we went during COVID. So none of that stuff was open. So they have some very cute outfits, and they're going to match my niece, my husband's sister's daughter, who is coming with us. So it's going to be his parents, his sister, her husband, and their 2-year-old, along with our girls, obviously, and us. So let me show you those outfits. Okay, so I'm going to just wear a black athletic dress from Old Navy. Haven't ever worn it before. I did try it on to make sure that it fit. But yeah, that's what I'm going to wear. It does have built-in shorts, which is awesome. And I'm excited about it because these are super comfy. I wore one last year to Disneyland and loved it when we went last summer. So I'm going to wear that with, of course, black Mickey, leopard, cheetah, whatever pattern this is, ears. So that is what I'm going to wear with my black Nikes. Of course, standard black Nikes. And the girls, I haven't even opened them yet, are going to wear these super cute cheetah dresses that I got on clearance from H&M for very cheap months ago. So this is actually Blake's, I think. Yeah, this is Blake's, but they're all going to wear this along with, I got each of them a pair of ears. My sister-in-law is also going to wear like a black athletic dress, and I got her ears too. So we're all going to match, which is so fun. We've actually never gotten to go to Disney with her daughter before. So they are annual pass holders, and so I'm super excited to go to them with the parks, to go with them to the parks. I can't even talk. But yeah, so I got this for all the girls, so they all will have matching, and they all have the matching ears. So yeah, it'll be super fun. And then Maddie is just going to wear, again, sorry, all the dog hair on his shirt, his black Disneyland shirt. I know we're at Disney World, but it works, and black shorts. So that is what he's going to wear that day to match the black theme. So yeah, those are all of our park day outfits. And then we'll probably change back into pajamas or something at the airport because it will be nighttime for the girls. Our girls don't necessarily sleep on the plane. So we'll see if they go to sleep or not. We're supposed to land in Raleigh-Durham around like 11:30. Then we still have to get our car and drive back. So we'll be home like after midnight. We do have to work the next day. The girls do have school the next day. So I don't know. We'll see how all this goes. But I am really excited to get to have 3 full park days in the parks. And I'm going to try on my outfits for you guys right now. But then I'll do some flat lays and things like that of all of our outfits together, so that you guys can see that too, and insert those in here and over on Instagram. But then in the coming days, I will be actually packing the rest of our items. So I will show you guys what we're bringing as far as accessories, what is going in our travel backpack. And I'm going to use the same backpack this time, my Walt Disney World backpack, for travel day and for park day. And then I'm also going to show you guys what we're putting in our stroller. We do have a double bob that we are bringing that I got very cheap off Facebook Marketplace before our trip to Disneyland last summer. And my oldest is at the age where a stroller is not an absolute need. She could walk, but she does much better, especially in the morning or at the end of the night, having a stroller. She's also tiny, like I said, so she's way under the weight limit. We're still good there. Yeah, so I'll show you guys all of that. But before I go today, I'm going to show you the park backpack. Okay, and I've got it full of stuff that I will go through with you guys. So this is my Disney World backpack that I use on the plane and in the parks. Take those ponchos out because they were crinkling. But I wanted to show you guys these bag charms. I don't know if you can see. This is from 1953 design. It is so cute. I love the little charms. I think they're adorable. And I think it just makes the backpack like even better. So I really love it. It's a great little addition to my backpack. I don't know that I'll keep it on there during the flight. I might put it in the pocket just so it doesn't get like broken or ruined before we get to the parks. But yeah, I think it's adorable. So thank you guys for watching. I'm going to go try on these outfits and then put everything back over here to get ready to pack in the next few days. And I will take you guys right along with me each day, show you what I'm doing, what mail comes in, because I'm still expecting one package from Walmart later today. So we'll see if that comes in on time. And then still have to do a couple of task-based things, which each day when I'm doing those things, I will show you. As far as where we're at with lightning lanes, I did not talk about that yet. This trip, we are doing lightning lanes on our Hollywood Studios day and our Epcot day. We are not doing lightning lanes for our Animal Kingdom day, with the exception of the lightning lane single pass for Flight of Passage. We did snag that because we didn't plan to rope drop Animal Kingdom with the time change and the early rope drop. We just don't think it's necessary. We have to drop our bags off because that's our checkout day. So yeah, we're just going to use the single pass at Animal Kingdom and wait and stand by for everything else. We are going slightly before true spring break starts. So last year when we went, it was busy, but the lines weren't like insane. So we'll see how it goes. We are going the opening weekend of Flower and Garden Festival. So it's going to be very crowded in Epcot. So Lightning Lane Multipass was a must that day. And at Hollywood Studios, it's just easier. We almost always get Lightning Lane except for Animal Kingdom, just because we feel like it's a worthwhile investment for us. Every family is different. You can still have a magical vacation without Lightning Lane, but for our family and when we're there with the kids, it's just a worthwhile expense. We'd rather get to do one less park day or stay at a little bit of a cheaper resort and do Lightning Lane than have to skip out on that. So we're just, yeah, we're trying to make sure that we're using the best time and being as efficient as we can. And so that's what we're doing. So we did go ahead and pre-select some lightning lanes for Hollywood Studios and for Epcot. However, my dad, like I said, is coming with us one day, my mom the other, and they are not staying on property. So they could not select their lightning lanes until 3 days before. We're 5 days out, so we have not been able to choose their lightning lanes yet. My goal is I'm going to, on Tuesday morning, wake up and get my dad's lightning lanes and his wife for Friday and try to match them up as closely as I can to ours, but we might have to kind of modify our plan for our day that day. Then I will get my mom's on Wednesday and my sister-in-law's for the Epcot day, and same thing, try to match them up as closely as we can. we'll see how this goes. I do plan to utilize a new system called Weight Magic. This is a new app that you can pay for a service similar to the Standby Skipper or other apps of that nature where they modify lightning lanes for you. I've heard great things about this app. It is created by Thrill Data, which is a website that tells you all kinds of awesome information that I utilize a lot, like lightning lane sellout times, average wait times for attractions, and yeah, it's a great website. So I'm excited to try this product. It's a very reasonable price. And you can do a year subscription, a month subscription, a week, or just like one park day subscription. So we actually plan to do the week subscription so that we can kind of log in and mess with those days. But we'll let you know how that goes. So the purpose of that is to hopefully get all of our lightning lanes to be together on both days at the same exact time. Now, if I log on 3 days ahead of time for both of these days and I can get exactly what we had, then sure, I will not need to purchase Weight Magic. But I'm doubtful because we have a Slinky Dog lightning lane that's like very hard to get. We have a good Frozen lightning lane, which is also very hard to get. So they do drop lightning lanes and people will kind of like change their plans and different things like that. So this system would automatically pick up those lightning lanes and, from my understanding, modify so that we're all together. So y'all will see with me how this goes over the coming days. But yeah, I can't do any of that till Tuesday. So like the day before we leave for my dad, and Wednesday morning, the day that we leave for my mom. So stay tuned on how all of that works out. But let's go try on these outfits. Okay, so this is outfit number 1. It's funny, last time I filmed these pack and prep videos, I was like, I don't like the mirror. I prefer the other way. So I don't know, y'all tell me. But then when I was watching it back, I was like, maybe I do prefer the mirror option. So this is the outfit with these white shoes that I plan to wear for Topolino's. And then I don't know if y'all can see that claw clip. That's very cute. That's in my hair too. Yeah, so I think this is what I'm going to wear. I think it's just like simple, comfortable, stretchy, not super tight, obviously. Has this cute little slit up the side. Yeah, so I think it's cute. So I think that's what I'm gonna wear to Topolino's. To Topolino's, sorry. I'm showing y'all all the mess that I have from packing all over the room. But yeah, I think that's it. So we'll see. Okay, I also do have this dress as an option. So I don't know, maybe I'll put up a poll and see what people think. But I could also wear this to Disney Springs. I threw my hair up like actually in that claw clip. I don't know if that looks cute or not, or if it's better down. Let me see. I don't know, or like half up. Anyway, so this is another outfit option for Topolino's Terrace / Disney Springs night when we're like walking around. Yeah. I just realized I recorded the last one sideways, so sorry about the change of perspective. But yeah, this is that simple, very comfortable Old Navy black athletic dress. It does have the shorts, like the biker shorts underneath, and these cute little ears that were just on Amazon. They are linked in my storefront. Very simple outfit that I can just wear my like gray Disney sweatshirt, like zip up with if I need it in the morning when it's like a little bit chillier. But yeah, I think it's cute. I think these ears are pretty cute for very inexpensive from Amazon. Yeah, so there we go. Okay, and this is my Epcot outfit. So this is that Main Street Tourist Gardens of the Galaxy tee that is super cute, and the knot band from 1953 Designs that I am an ambassador with. So yeah, I think it's cute. I think the purple kind of ties in the shirt together. It's not so much, like I thought about getting black, but then I'm like, it's all black and all I do is wear black because I love it. But yeah, and then I'll just wear my Nikes with this too. So this is outfit number 3. Okay, and this is my Hollywood Studios outfit, my Fantasmic inspired fit, which is so cute. So got the sweatshirt, got the hat, both from TNT Shirts and Apparel. I love it. I just love Fantasmic so much, and just like leggings. So yeah, that'll be cute. And then I will have my Soarin' t-shirt under it because I think during the day it'll probably be too warm to keep this on, but it'll be perfect for the nighttime show. So looking forward to that. So my to-do list, the things that I need to get done in the next couple of days, I need to make sure the rain cover fits the stroller and pump up the stroller tires, find the strap that like holds our stroller together, get cash for tips for our drivers, and tomorrow we're actually going to get pedicure, and Eileen's getting manicure pedicure for her birthday with a friend. charge the iPads, charge the Yodo, get the lightning lanes for my dad, charge the MagicBand, and add Eileen's to our app because she has not used hers yet. We bought it at the end of our California trip, but she is not using hers yet. So I want to charge that and make sure that's good to go. We have our band buddies so that it won't fall off of her. And I need to book economy parking at our airport. Our airport does pre-book. It does run out of space in the economy lot. And the garage, honestly, at RDU is not horrifically expensive, but it's more expensive. So I need to look into that here soon. I need to get a bag for my dad's birthday present and put his card. This morning, the girls decorated cards for my dad because his birthday was Valentine's Day, but we haven't seen him yet since then. So we're going to bring his gift and his card. And then for my mom, because her birthday is March 16th. So we'll be bringing her birthday card with us from the girls. And her gift is her lightning lanes and food while we're at Epcot on Saturday. So yeah, that's the things that I need to get done. So I'm going to work on that. I do also have my entire top to bottom list of everything that I'm going to go back through when I put everything in the suitcase on Monday. And just like last time, I'm going to asterisk the things that I cannot put in ahead of time just so that I don't forget them. And I will check that on Wednesday before I load everything up into the car. Now looking around at all this stuff, just like last time, I'm like, is this all going to fit in the 4 carry-ons? We'll find out. So stay tuned. Yeah, but that's it for now. That's it for today. I'm going to go ahead and actually book that economy parking so that that is done. But everything else is stuff that I'll have to do like over the next couple of days. So yeah, I'll let y'all know. We'll see what we're up to tomorrow. 3 days before our trip, I went on and booked lightning lanes for my local family members who weren't staying on property. I also needed to create a Wait Magic account for them at the same time, and let me tell you, the process was way more complicated than I thought it would be. Between linking everyone correctly, setting up the accounts, and making sure the party was configured properly, it turned into a bit of a scramble, especially being so close to the booking window. Looking back, I definitely would have done things differently, so if you're planning to buy lightning lanes for multiple days and using Wait Magic, or for multiple people, I highly recommend just purchasing the week-long pass on Wait Magic. It simplifies everything and takes a lot of pressure off those early booking moments. Also, do your research ahead of time. Seriously, spend some time getting familiar with how the system works before you're under a time crunch. And most importantly, set up your parties and Wait Magic before your lightning lane booking day. Don't wait until the last minute like I did. Join their support group on Facebook before you purchase and chat with the company on Messenger. They are super helpful at answering your questions. Trust me, a little prep goes a long way here. All right, everybody, and welcome to the chaos. We are officially 2 days away from leaving for Walt Disney World. And as you can see, I've got everything set out here. I've got the suitcases out on the bag. I've got my packing cubes out. I'm going to take you guys along for packing through everything with me. I'm going to kind of talk about what I have laid out here and then do a little bit of like a speed through video of me actually packing it into the packing cubes and into the suitcases. Now, again, we still are 2 days away, so there are a few items on my list that I have to wait until the last minute to pack. And with the kids, there are a couple more items than there were when I was just traveling alone in my last pack and prep video for Disneyland because they didn't come with us. So kind of wanted to go through each of the bags, what we plan to fit into them, and kind of where we're at with what we need to still look out for in the next couple of days. I did go on the other day and look at the economy parking versus the central parking cost at RDU, and it was only a $30 savings, which is a big deal to park economy and shuttle in versus parking in the central parking. However, time is also money. So in order to like do all that, usually what I would do when we've parked economy with the kids before is I have driven myself, like drop them off at the airport with dad. They go inside and then I take the car to the lot and take the bus in, or Maddie would take the car to the lot and take the bus in. Problem with that this time is that we're gonna have a little bit of a tighter schedule because we're literally leaving right after school on Wednesday, and I have to do the pickup rounds of Carline for Eiley, pick up Blake, and then pick up Maddie from school, and then head over to the airport. So we're a little bit on a tighter schedule. I think we'd be okay to do it if we wanted to. However, on the way back, when we are coming back, we don't land until 11:10 p.m. So the extra like 30 minutes it would take for me to go get the car and do all of that, I don't know that it's worth the $30, I'm gonna be honest. So I think we're just going to park in that main central garage and spend a little bit of extra money just to save time really on the back end. Again, I think we could have made it work and could have saved that $30, but for us, it just doesn't feel worth it. So I ended up not booking that economy parking. I did go ahead and charge Eileen's MagicBand. So that is charged. And one thing I'm gonna do today is link it to the app. So I will go ahead and put a video up here of me doing that in just a little bit. But basically what you do when you buy MagicBand Plus for the first time is you wanna make sure that it is linked to the app. We did buy this last summer at the end of our Disneyland trip. It was kind of her, yay, you get to pick your own MagicBand now trip. And she was really excited about it and took her time selecting which one she wanted. So I'll show y'all which one she picked. She did this princess, whoop, I've got the charger right with it right now. This princess band, it's super, super cute. And it has all the different princesses. Mine is like the pink old school princess one. So yeah, this is mine. Whoop. And that is hers so that you guys can see. I'm a little farther away from the camera because of all the stuff, but those are our MagicBands. And she has not used hers yet though. So we really want to make sure that it is linked to the Disney World app because like I said, last time when we went to Disneyland, you have to link it to either app. They don't talk together, Disneyland and Disney World's apps. So make sure if it's your first time to World with a new band or your first time to land with a new band or first time ever that you set up those MagicBands. Now, as of right now, Maddie and Blake do not have a MagicBand. Maddie had one a long time ago back when you got it for free when you booked your vacation. If you know, you know, that was a very long time ago, but he does not have one currently. So this trip, I think that when we're in downtown Disney, we will be looking for a band for both him and Blake because it's just more convenient and it's worth the little bit of extra money to me for them to have one. We have some gift cards that we've, set aside for things like this when we want to get them. And so that's what we're gonna do. So anyways, let's get started with this because this might take a minute to kind of go through. But first things first, I'm going to start with our carry-on airplane, like personal bag, I should say. I'm gonna start with our personal bag. So this is Blake's, this is mine, and then this is Eileen's. I did go ahead and put those pins in the front. I don't know if y'all can see them, but yeah, I think it looks really cute. So I'm gonna test out putting like her water bottle in her pocket, and then I'm also gonna see what I can fit in here because she'll have her school backpack on, and I could empty it out and stuff on our way to the airport, but I think we're just gonna bring this and like have less bags and stuff like that in the actual luggage. And then Maddie will have his backpack on as well. I like to act like that backpack isn't here. He'll have like his laptop and a few other things in his personal bag, but that way I can see like what is fitting and what might need to go in his bag that we might not have room for in these bags. So let's get started with the carry-on checklist. All right, so we are working off of our packing list that I will pop up here of what we usually put in our personal item bags for the kids and for myself. We're gonna kind of go through the list, put things in the bags. There might be things that I forgot to type on this list before, but I'll have it all good for y'all up here. And that little asterisk by the item, remember, means that we might not have it ready to go into the bag, and we need to kind of make sure that we double check that before we leave and make sure that that item did get put into whichever bag it's supposed to go into. So the first item on the list for the kids' bags are their sunglasses. So let me set stuff here. And we are doing this during nap time. Blake is napping, Eiley is at school. I'm off today because they had the dentist this morning, which was fun. But yeah, okay. So going through my crazy piles of stuff, we've got their sunglasses. We do have a pair for each. I have this other little pink pair that I'm gonna bring as like a backup. And I'm actually gonna stick those in the front of Blake's backpack. The next thing on the list are their iPads, which have an asterisk because we are going to wait on those until it is time to go. So those will be charging and things the night before. I'll probably put them in the bag the night before, so y'all will see me do that tomorrow. But yeah, that's really the thing that was gonna wait for a little bit. I am going to put each of their set of headphones. So they each have a pair of headphones that will go into the bag. Here is Blake's. Stick that in her bag. And here is Eileen's. Eileen's are chargeable, but we pretty much always just use the cord just in case. So I'm gonna stick that right in Eileen's new backpack. The next thing after this is Eileen's Yodo. I actually think I decided we're not gonna bring the Yodo just for space. She likes it, but there's not like a ton of time where she would be using it. And we're flying Delta, so they'll also have like the screens on the back of the seat. So I think we're gonna ditch the Yodo. So that's one thing I'm getting rid of. Be proud of me, guys, because obviously I'm probably gonna have to get rid of more than just this one thing today. Okay. Then for Blake, she is still using a Passy, much to my dismay. So I'm gonna put 2 Passys as like her backup and the one that she will be using in there. She does have one that she's using upstairs, but we will leave that here most likely, just in case we lose both or something like that. But we do at least have one backup. And then I am going to put some coloring stuff in. So coloring book and crayons. This is like a pencil case that we use for them. So I'm going to stick it in there. And it's the Descendants Rotten to the Core. Very cute. Off Amazon that I got a while ago. That is for Blake. We do have these little snack containers that are from Whiskware. These are things that I bought. I got Eiley and Elsa and Blake and Anna, and then we've had a Rapunzel one. They do also come with a little smaller container too, but not much fits in there. And like maybe I could use it for like candy or something like that, but I didn't feel like it was necessary. I actually only put Cheerios in these this time because that's something that they kind of snack on in the mornings or whatever, and we can kind of exchange things. So for now, I'm going to keep them with just Cheerios. So I'll put one in Blake's bag, one in Eiley's bag. And I did pack a book for Eiley, or she picked which book she wanted for the trip. She's reading this like junior novel of Tangled. So that's going to go in her bag as well. And then they both have these things from my mother-in-law that I showed you guys on the pack and prep video. So I'm going to stick those in their bags. And these don't necessarily have to stay in their bags. So if we run out of room, I might switch those into the suitcase. We'll see. The other things that they really need in their actual backpack, they'll be wearing, this is like their jackets. They're each going to wear with their pajamas, which we'll change into the car, before we get out and walk into the airport on Wednesday night. But they both want a blanket and like a little lovey. So I'm going to give them their light blankets so that they're not so big and bulky. This blanket will go into the suitcase. And so Eiley picked this Minnie Mouse one, which is really like a baby blanket. She doesn't really sleep with it anymore, but I was like, she likes to have something on her sometimes. And then same, Blake has a Mickey one that she loves, so we'll put that there. This is Eiley's lovey. Blake is currently sleeping with her lovey and with her blanket that we're going to pack. So I'm going to put an asterisk by those items right now so that I don't forget. So we will zip that up. I think that's really all besides like the iPad. But I did want to see, this is the Simple Modern water cup. I do have those in our Amazon storefront as well. We have a bunch of them. This is technically Blake's, but I want to see if it fits in this pocket. Okay, it does. On this backpack. I think I told y'all in the first video I wasn't sure if it was going to fit, but that's perfect. It does. So now we know. I'll make sure that I get Eiley's water bottle and put it in there. This is Blake's that I need to like wash, and then I will give, we actually have one we're going to rotate out and bring instead. So that's asterisk as well, so that I can make sure those are washed and clean before we go. But yeah, that's really all that they need in their bags. I might put, I have pull-ups that were left over from our last trip here. So I might go ahead and just stick those in Blake's bag in our wet bag, which is here. So this is our wet bag. We keep it just in case somebody has an accident, or like if we're going somewhere and we have wet clothes and we need to change or whatever, even if it's like rain or cool or whatever. It's nice to have one on hand. So I'm going to stick that, since Blake's backpack is a little bigger, I'll put that in there. And oh yeah, I did get them each these nerd clusters, and I'm going to put them inside of a little Ziploc bag so that if they open them and they don't finish them, which I'm guessing they won't, then we have a place to put the extra ones. Oh, I just spotted something else. Oh yeah, these little doodle books. Blake's. Okay, so I think that's it. They both will have their little pillows, neck pillows that they bring in case they want to sleep on the plane. Okay, so we're moving right along. Good. So let's go to my bag. So my bag will have the book I am currently reading from the library. I started this on my last trip virtually, and then I didn't get to finish it before my thing ran out. So I added it to my list here. I do have a new bag charm that I'm going to open and put onto my bag, which I'm really excited about, from Main Street Tourists. It's the Fantasmic Dream, a Fantastic Dream bag charm. It's very cute. So for right now, I'm just gonna set it there. We'll add it onto the bag in just a minute. I have this on the list, the I Spot It game. That will go in our backpack like when we actually are in line and stuff like that for the parks, or like our park bag. But I'm gonna put that to pack in the suitcase if we have room, because I don't think we really need it. This is my medicine bag for the airplane. So this has my nausea medicine, motion sickness medicine. It does have some Tylenol and ibuprofen. I've got Pepto-Bismol. I've got feminine products. All of that is going to stay right inside of my backpack. I will have my laptop in the backpack. And then I also usually bring like a bag with different little cords and stuff that I have. I showed it to you guys last time. That's here. So I do need to go through that real quick. I'll kind of speed through that so y'all don't have to sit here and watch me go through all the cords, but of like what I actually need and what I don't necessarily need. But for Maddie and I, our sunglasses, so I do have mine and Maddie's here. These are extras that we don't need. Those I will put right in the side pouch of my backpack for now. So let me go through these cords real quick. Okay, so cords situated. I have the ones that I need with our charging bricks, which are charging right now, in the front so that those will be able to be used. This should be able to go inside of a suitcase. And then I do have this bag of snacks that I will probably put in Maddie's bag eventually, but for now, I'm gonna just pop it in mine so that it's there. Here's another sick bag that I have just in case to add to my backpack. And then my hand sanitizer, which was on the backpack I used for Disneyland that I'm not bringing this time. I'm gonna slip that in here. With some extra Clorox wipes. Always good to have those on hand. And in the top part here, I have my show stickers, my AirPods, which I'll be using intermittently before the trip. Some little tiny hair ties. I don't know that I really need to keep those in my backpack. I'll put that with the toiletry stuff. Okay. So I think backpacks are done. Just checking the list one more time. Yeah, we should be good. Okay, good deal. Let's move on to these big suitcases. Okay, so my plan here is these are our 4 carry-on suitcases. I have all of these packing cubes. Right now, the way that I have everything split up is by park day. That was really more just for me to like check the box and make sure that I knew, all right, this was for my Epcot day, this was for my Hollywood Studios day, my resort day, etc. But I think what I'm going to do is probably break things up into like my items, Maddie's items, the kids' items, and then have a bag that's like just for extra stuff. Like we have our park day bag, we have my dad's birthday gift, we have all that kind of stuff, like our signature thing, sign, whatever, frame mat. So all of that like into its own bag just for like organizational purposes. But I don't know, now I'm like second guessing myself. Maybe I do want to do it by park day and I could just do like Epcot, Hollywood. Let me see how many of these things I have. So I don't think I have enough to do that. I have 2 big ones, 2 big ones, 2 medium ones, 2 small ones of the Minnie Mouse things. And the small ones, yeah. So I think I'm not going to do it that way. I think I'm going to do it by person instead of by park day, even though I know like mentally, I don't know, let me mess with it. Y'all are going to see this in real time, just kind of me putting stuff together and seeing like, does that work? Does that not work? We'll do a little time lapse for you. And then I'll kind of do a voiceover maybe on YouTube just so that you can like hear what I was thinking as I do it. But yeah, let's see what we can fit in this bag and what we absolutely won't be able to fit. Okay, was just filming this time lapse and had my phone on Do Not Disturb so it wouldn't stop. And the call was coming through. I'm like, okay, that means it must be someone that's important. And it was my brother, Regan, who used to co-host the podcast with me, telling me that they're moving back to Raleigh. So anyways, great news. I'm super excited about that. He travels for work all the time. So they're coming back up here, which is super exciting. I'm super excited to have them back close to us. So little packing interruption for that great news, and we'll be seeing his wife and baby in the parks when we are there. But so here's what I ended up doing. I got everything laid out by day and section. So I have our Epcot day, our Hollywood day, our Animal Kingdom day, our resort day, our toiletry items and stuff, nighttime / extra stuff, park day stuff, and then like underwear, bathing suits, all that kind of stuff. Obviously this pile looks intense and will be shrunk down, but now I'm going to kind of get things into packing cubes or like organize them and see if all of this will really fit, because we still have a few items we need to get in here. Nothing crazy, but Blake's blanket, which is a little bit big, and her stuffy will probably go in her backpack. And then we do still have like their sound machine, and that's really all, I guess. Like now that I'm looking at everything, I'll have to look at the list again one more time. But this is everything. Our shoes are over there. I do have to put that like framed sign in the protected box without the glass. So let me do another time lapse of me getting all of this together. But yeah, that time lapse was a little bit short and interrupted because I got good news. Exciting. Now there's a few other things real quick before I finish up these last two bags that I really wanted to show you guys that I bring that are different because we do have our kids with us. I always bring a thermometer. This is just the general like safety first plain one. But yeah, nothing crazy there. Just always have that with us. I do bring this Benadryl itchy stick. I have kids specific toothpaste. We do have sunscreen that we're packing this time and this sun stick because we're going to be out in the sun in the Florida heat. We do have the kids gummies, which actually have like their multi and their immunity all together right in here. I do also bring with us some medicine. So I've got Benadryl just in case of any kind of reaction. I do have nighttime cold medicine just in case, knock on wood, nobody is sick right now. And then I do have the cough syrup for the nighttime, and this is daytime, and some tummy medicine in case sometimes my kids have a little bit of trouble, so giving them that if they need it, don't want to feel a sick tummy. I do also have like less drowsy Dramamine just in case anybody gets a little bit drowsy. So yeah, those are just a few things that I bring only because my kids are with me that I normally wouldn't bring for just Maddie and I. Okay, so just finishing up here, I just showed you guys the medicine and different things that I bring just for my kids. So I think I'm gonna have plenty of space in the suitcase. As you can see, my little buddy, she always gets like anxious when the suitcases get out. She turns 13 while we are away on this trip, so she's a little old lady. That's Nike, in case you haven't ever seen her in another video. But yeah, so I think we're gonna have plenty of space. So I do think what I'm gonna do is put these sunscreens in this bag and then use this side just like as the toiletry with a little bit of extra space, maybe for like my shoes or something like that. Go ahead and just put my shoes in this extra packing cube. I have this pair of like white shoes, but they're kind of dirty in the back. They got like left out a little bit wet one time when I washed them. They're not perfectly white, but they still work. The girls. Jellies, which those are back. If y'all haven't seen in the last few years, the jellies are back in a thing again. We do have a little bit of room still here in this corner. That's the thing about these packing cubes is sometimes they leave these like weird gaps when they're full, but I'm gonna stick Eileen's blanket there. new stroller cover from Amazon, the rain cover, so let's make sure that it fits. Okay, looks pretty good. So that fits like all the way around. On the back, there are pockets that you can actually put stuff in on the back, and it looks like it covers everything. So I just looked at the weather again, and as far as right now, it says no rain. I don't know that we're gonna get that lucky, but it says no rain. So I am still gonna bring umbrellas. I do still have a couple ponchos, but I'm not gonna bring like all of our rain jackets and all of that. I know that sounds crazy, but it just takes up so much extra room, and we don't have good ones that like fold up super small. So yeah, I think we're just gonna bring this, umbrellas, and we'll have flip-flops as like backup shoes just in case it does start raining and we don't want to get our shoes soaked. So we'll see.